Hello everybody, I hope you all are doing well and welcome to Saxlingham by FarmSimBriso. This is episode number 1 and I am on the big farm, the big cow farm in the middle of the map. This is a class farm and everything is class or class color. So we got the plow right there, as you can see. I'm just gonna give you a quick tour around the farm because we have job to do. We got a plow right there. Right in here we got a combine together with a 10-meter header. And I'm also gonna show which fields we are on, which field I own. And in here we got a seeder and a Radeon fertilizer and lime spreader as well. And we got a class square baler and a class trailer. And right here we got Gaming Joy's buying point so we can have seed, solid fertilizer and a lime. Down here we got so much shit on this farm. That is incredible. And we are busy because we got 25 cows. We have no food for the cows at all. Over here we got two identical tractors, actually the small class, the in-game, but one of them I have made as a front loader with forks and not the other one. And then we got a weight over here just to be on this, to be sure, right? We got bunker silo. I thought that was manure heap, but it is bunker silo. We got two bunker silos, and right over here on the other side of the cow pen here I got a manure heap. But I'm gonna show you that in a little moment. And up here we got a big shed with some mowing setup in here. That is pretty darn cool, I think. Look at that. So I got mowers, butterfly mower, I also got a forage wagon, and I got a big windrower, and then I got a tedder as well. So we either gonna pick all the stuff up with a forage wagon or we're gonna bale everything up. Now we just need something to pick the bales up with, but I have also thought about that. Here we go. This map here, it is just so beautiful. It is not out yet, but it will be on FarmSimBrisco's itch.io the 1st of August. He has just given it to me for a map review. I have done that, so please go and watch that as well, because this map here, it is really, really, really beautiful. In here we got a square baler trailer, so we can pick up our square bales. And if you know me, if you know my channel, then you also know I'm not gonna start a new Let's Play without having a lot of auto drive routes, and I have done that as well. I have really been busy. This is the same day as I recorded the map tour, so yes, I have been busy. That's the way it is. That is how I am. Right here we can grab the trailer. I have also done so the trailer can reverse into the silo and pick up the grain from the silo, and I have also done so it can reverse and fill up from the silo. And it is right there, as you can see to the left. We got the grid to unload in the silo, and to the right we got the loading point for the silo. And I have done so it can reverse in there and unload and reverse over there to load again. I'm considered to release this on my Discord, so you guys can have the auto drive rules. If you are interested in that, then please let me know. Please let me know. So the fields we got, we're gonna stop here and I'm gonna show you the PDA. All the PDA is here. So we have the farm right here. We own this field here, this one, and those two over here. And we're gonna harvest field 16. And for that, we can just do this. This is so nice. I've not put it in order yet, but field 16, and we're gonna say silo unload and go. We got our combine right here. That is amazing. Those big drive-through shit here, they are really, really amazing. We can thanks for a lot of things to FarmSimBriso, that's for sure. Right over here, we actually have the field. I think we can squeeze through here without any problem. There we go. Where to set the trailer? I think we're gonna go up here because the tractor, the carter will drive here when you go back to the field again after the silo, after he's emptied in the silo. So I think we're gonna put the header trailer in here. That must be the best option. There we go. And we're gonna take the header so we can go out in the field and start some harvesting. We're gonna have the straw swath always when it is possible because we got cows. I've not reset my money, but I have reset my money now. You know, I just have to set everything up and so on and so forth. So I think we're gonna start right here. Let's turn off the beacon and the lights because we don't need that in here right now. There we go, and lower this down. And we don't want to destroy the straw swath, we want to have the straw, right? There we go. This is our first harvest on Saxlingham, guys. That is amazing. I'm gonna make a little cinematic here and then I will see you when we are done. Well, the field is done. I really hope you like the cinematic. It was awesome to make the cinematic here on this field. Amazing. It is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful map, this. There we go. We're gonna unload the last time, and then I'm gonna set the combine to harvest the next field as well. Just like that. It is a crop the same as this, you know, barley. So we're gonna do that over here. We're gonna do that over here. We're gonna turn. There we go. We have to unfold, Mike. Of course, we have to unfold. There we go. And we're just gonna go in here, and I think also we're gonna take this drawsworth from this field. And as you can see, barley, and I want to see the field number. Here we go. This is field number 10. I'm just gonna set the courseplay. And just like that, we are harvesting right here. That is good. So I have to go over to this bad boy here because we have to set it to field number 10. We got barley in the trailer as well, so that is no problem. We have to set this to field number 10 as well. Then it is all automated. That is awesome. It took just around 2 hours to harvest that field, so it was not that bad because the fields here, they are quite big. The field I have chosen, unfortunately. Well, that's the way that's right. So I have totally forgot to show you that I also have a bale shredder because the cowbind doesn't take bales. But the reason why I forgot to show you that is that it is in the cowbind itself. So let's see if we can go over to not that one, but this one here. Okay, I have set this to courseplay, but I don't think there are any more bales right now. No, that's not. So let's go over to the cowbind and let's try out that bale shredder so we can see if that will work as intended. We got one load of bales in the shed down here. I think we're gonna drive this way. Just have to close the pickup. There we go. And right in here I do have the bale shredder. I have never used this before, so I hope it is for I hope it is for square bales actually. I think it is an in-game one basically. So let's see if we can do this. It seems like the bales will come out on the right side, apparently. Do we have to unfold this? I hope it was for square bales, but I don't know if it is actually. We lift 2 bales? Yeah, we got wheel weights. I think it is some quite neat equipment I have chosen for the map. Also because we got the glass dealer, you know. Oh, will you look at that? I cannot. There we go. Let's see if this will work, guys. You never know, you never know. Let's see how this will work. I know the food is right here, and I do hope also the straw is, otherwise I don't know where to unload the straw. I'm just gonna take the hot up and see if we're gonna get the unload trigger at some point. No? Yeah, right here. Oh, look at that, guys. That is pretty cool. I think this is pretty cool. We're gonna unload the straw. Amazing. So the cows can get satisfied and have a good time in here in the shed. There we go, look at that. We are almost done with this unloading. Oh, we need the next bale as well. Of course we do that. So if I'm driving a little bit carefully, then we can probably have 4 bales on this bad boy here. And maybe we can actually... maybe we can put bales in here anyway, because I've not been in here with the bales. But the thing is, it is quite cool that we have to drive into the shed actually. Ooh. Let's see if we can unload bales right here. You never know. That will be a no, sir. But that's the way it is. We're gonna use the bale shredder. That is also the reason why we got it, right? So, I do not have any goals with this playthrough here. I just want to have a good time, you know. Like this. Let me see. Probably we can be right here. Yeah. I just want to have a good time on this beautiful, beautiful map here by FarmSimBriso. There we go. Look at that. 2 more bales, and I think it is just around 4 bales we can have in here. This is 240 centimeter bales, so that is neat. Almost like a pro. But these forks here, they will stick to the bales, maybe because I need to use bale fork, right? Yeah, maybe we have to do that. To give that a little go. Yeah. And look at that. So I think it requires 125 horsepower. It could be nice if we had an old used vehicle in here. Not necessarily a class, but just an old vehicle only connected to this all the time. We're gonna take one more bale and look in here under here barley. I don't want to sell at this because it is too cheaty even for me. But we got over 100,000 already in the silo. If we're gonna sell all that barley, that is pretty darn awesome. Look at the cow just laying there in the straw. And just have a good time. That is awesome. We are down at 99,000. I don't know what I have used 800 and then some for. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But apparently I did. So we do not got any total mixed ration, and I have to have a grass field. I do also want a total mixed ration mixer, but this field up here, it is too good to make into a grass field after my opinion. So what I'm gonna do is the wheat field we got on the other side of the road, I'm gonna make them into 2 grass fields. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. There we go. Almost like a pro. I think this Bale trailer here, it is the best square Bale trailer for sure. It unloads like a round Bale pickup trailer. I think it's amazing. So, where are we right now? We do have all the straw up here. We do have some bales, I think. Oops, the baler are probably done because I started with the up and down rows. I didn't start with the headlands, so I have to start with the headlands. So right here we can put on courseplay to collect. There we go, and then I'm gonna jump down to this, and I'm gonna say first waypoint and go. Just like that. And we are still harvesting. We have already done one headland over there. That is amazing. Look at that. We are doing a cracking job. I must admit that. And when this is full, then I'm gonna take you down to the silo so you can see how it will reverse into the silo. I did a little bit in the cinematic, but you can see how it does it from A to B, such to say. And right here we gonna have to unload the combine yet again, and then we're gonna get a full trailer. Unfortunately, we cannot have 2 full loads from the combine. That's a little but I think it works pretty good anyway. We could have one more of these trailers and then one more tractor and so on and so forth, but we also need to look out for the money. So I'm gonna store this because, as you can see, we are in August, and this barley and also the wheat from the other fields, they have their prime prices in January, so we have to store them. I looked a little bit in what we can seed. This field we are in right now, I think that will be a canola field, and the other field gonna be a oat field, and the 2 wheat fields will be a grass fields, and then we got one more field. I have to figure out what to seed in that because I don't know. I want to find a production that can make me some total mixed ration, but I don't want to use the mineral feed, so I have to find myself a production that can make some total mixed ration without the mineral feed. And I have only one name in my mind when I say that, and that is Omatana. So I have to see what she got for Farmer Mike so we can make some total mixed ration for the cows. But right now they do not got any food at all, and I don't got any grass, I don't got any silage, I don't got anything of that. I think though that I will make the silage in the bunker silos because we got them. So One of the grass field, the biggest one, we're gonna make silage with the forage wagon driving down to the bunker silo, and the other field we're gonna make into some hay. And right now you can see how this will work, guys. And I think I'm gonna make some auto drive to the selling points on the map, and then I will make the auto drive routes on my Discord if you want that. Right here you can see how it will work. I think it works pretty good, and I have tested it with the loading point as well, because we also have to reverse down to the loading point. That works also perfect. It looks a little bit weird, do the dancing with the with the front wheels, but that's okay. I'm not gonna make auto drive routes around all the fields and so on and so forth, but my auto drive will be around the fields I'm using, and then to the selling points, and of course to the silo. There we go. That is it. And then he will go out of this again when the trailer is closed and drive back to the combine. I can also just show you what way he would drive up there, so you know what to expect if you're gonna download the auto drive. This way here, and then he will make a left turn here, the same place where you're gonna unload the total mix ration, and left again, just like that. Up here, and I think the baler is soon is done very soon. That was what I wanted to say. And I have remembered to let them drive in the left side of the road. And they are a little bit off the road, so they can pass each other if there will be two vehicles at some point. And the combine is not even full yet, so it is okay that we not can unload two full loads from the combine and the trailer, and it is ready again to be unloaded. That is quite neat. So I have made a little decision. We got automatic bale storage down there. I have just forgot that in a little minute. That is actually quite good, because it is also close to the cow barn here. In here we do not got that many bales, so I'm gonna move them all down at the cow shed. I got workers working on the field right now with the harvesting and also with the baling, so that is awesome. I can do some other stuff meanwhile. That is really good. And next time we do not have that long introduction to the farm, so we're gonna start the episode with the seeding of, I think we have to seed oat first, because that should be in this month. And yeah, so we have to do that. And then we of course gonna harvest all the wheat, so we can seed some grass over there. That is really good. And we're gonna unload this here. What? Why will it Okay. It can do that automatic or what? I didn't know that. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do this. And I think if I'm just gonna put the bales right here, then the cows cannot run away. Yeah, they can. Okay. We just gonna pretend that they cannot run away. I think that was all the bales. Yeah, it was. So I really need to see what state this field is in, if it needs plowing or something like that. Yeah, needs lime, needs plowing, it needs it all. So, and fertilizing everything. Okay. So now this 180 horsepower tractor here will come to a test if it can pull that lime spreader. I know the seeder requires 180 horsepower, and I think I'm gonna use one of the small ones for that job. We don't need to use the big one all the time, I think. Oh, I'm looking forward to give all that grass equipment a spin on the field and make some silage in the bunkers as well. There we go. So let's drive over to Gaming Joy and see if we can fill up some lime over here. It should be possible, right? Yeah, I think. No collision. That is always nice. Lime, it is 14,000 liters. Depend on how quick we're gonna use this, then we can either use auto drive to fill it up, or we can buy a bigger one. The big Radeon, it is on Mod Hub as well. Yeah, it is a little bit heavy for this. I can see that. But I think it is quite nice when you can hear the engines are struggling a little bit. There we go, look at that. So let's see what we can make a trouble here. No course, of course. 80 meters, we're gonna do, I think 2 headland, that must be enough. Yeah, we're gonna try that, shall we? Let's see what we can do here, guys. And let's see how quick we're gonna use all this lime. Maybe we have to refill 1 or 2 times. I actually don't know. One thing I know is that I will see you when we are done. Oh well. The last bales is getting picked up here from the second barley field. I have set the big tractor to lime this field, and I have also set it to pick up some lime down at the farm when it is empty together with autodrive. So that is 100% automatic. We have made 57 bales in total from those two fields here. That is pretty darn good. And I'm also gonna make bales from the two wheat fields. We can always sell, but we have to be sure that we got straw enough for the cows during the winter time. And that is actually right now we have to get all that straw in storage. I really like this map. There we go. Is that the last bale? Nah. Not totally, because I can see one more down here. And off cam, I'm gonna plow up that field over there, and when we're gonna seed that field, then meanwhile this field here will get plowed as well. So we're gonna seed the first field and plow this field in the next episode, and we're gonna harvest all the wheat as well. There we go. I think we can make a little shortcut over the grass here. It is mine, so that is totally okay. I did place down one more of the Gaming Joy's buying points just to make my life a little bit easier, and it is just down there, as you can see, the green one. So and that is actually the autodrive course from the field. When they're gonna fill up, they will do it right there. Otherwise it could collide with the silo point, and no need to do that, right? That was a very compact day on the farm today. I must admit that we have done really a lot of things here in the first episode. Harvested 2 fields, we have baled 2 fields, and we have also collected all the bales. And just to see how much barley we got in storage, then we have to take a look in the good old menu. I just want to drive this back to... Whoa! I want to drive it back to... Whoa! There we go. Amazing stuff we have done today. I did also put down a pressure washer because I need to clean up the combine, and I have done that as well. As you can see here, it is liming. It has used 40% now. When it is empty, it will drive back to the farm. Hopefully it will work and fill up the lime. As you can see right here, it is all cleaned up. There is water on the combine, and the pressure washer is just out there to the left in the screen. So I kept the header down at the fields because we're gonna use it next time for the wheat fields. And then we got the field number 5 to take care of as well. That is the field up there. So, and I don't know what to seed in that field actually. I have not thought about that because it needs lime and plowing and so on and so forth. So I think we're gonna take care of that to when we arrive to the spring in next year. Amazing, look at that. Let's jump over to the lime spreader just quick and see how it goes over here. And it goes very, very good. It has used 50% of the lime. It will drive back to the farm and fill up the lime. So this field is ready to be plowed next time. Guys, thank you for watching this first episode here on Saxlingham by FarmSimBriso. I do appreciate you are watching. Take care of yourself until I see you again in the next episode. Bye bye.